Hey guys, it's your girl Maya. I just did my hand wave like y'all can freaking see me. This is where we left off in the Grim and I, and we're gonna go and click on next. You watch as your partner takes a deep breath and lets it out in a shaking stream. She steps away from the door and walks over to the bookcase, her eyes scanning the spines. She reaches out and hooks a finger over one to pull it back into line with the others. A memory stirs. You remember putting the book away yourself. It must be the last thing you ever read. Is this going to be a love story? I'm glad I didn't pick a guy. Your love now walks away towards the desk. You continue to observe her path as she traces her hand along the wood, caressing it. She reaches the chair and regards it as if someone were seated there, as if she were talking to you. And then her eyes turn to the surface of the desk itself, the papers that sit waiting never to be read. Memory stirs again. You were working. She walked in. That was the last time you would see each other. You're starting to remember what was said. She picks up one of the sheets. Her eyes are shining. She smiles, and then her smile slips and her eyes close. She falls back into the chair, the paper crumpling in her hand as tears smudge the last lines you ever wrote. Oh, what did I write? Did I kill myself? What's her name? The words break you from your frozen vigil. Never taking your eyes from the quiet breaths of your love, you reply, "My favorite name. Oh gosh, what do I want to name this chick? My favorite name. This is gonna be hard. Um, let's call her Lizzie. I've always not Izzy, Lizzie. I've always liked that name, Lizzie McGuire. Yes. And let me guess, you met in Paris. You feel a pang of anger as Hilda's callous sarcasm. Gritting your teeth, you hiss back. Actually, we met in New Orleans. She spilled coffee on me. Sounds romantic, the Reaper mutters behind you. I'm not sentimental like that. It's not entirely true. Lizzie always had a way of making you sentimental when she wanted you to be when she wanted to. Whoa, okay. Let me start over. I'm sorry. It's not entirely true. Lizzie always had a way of making you sentimental when she wanted you to be. But that aside, you've never been one to get hung up on romantic tropes. Well, that's one thing you have going for you, I suppose, Hilda nods. Although maybe it's just that you don't get sentimental over love. You scowl at her and she quickly changes the subject by asking, "What's on the paper?" "Work," you mutter. "What kind of work?" What? Just some doodles. That sounds like me. An artist, huh? Hilda muses, but you are not listening to her anymore. You remember the last time you were in this room. Slowly the memory returns, like a figure emerging from a mist. You were in that chair. She was standing in the center of the room. "We were fighting," you mutter. Hilda says nothing. Lizzie sobs quietly into the paper. "She said I was working too hard. That I never. The truth is like sand into your throat. The memory is like falling into icy water." "Was she right?" comes the dry voice behind you. You turn around, your eyes squinting from the sting at their corner. She was always right. The tears that fall from your eyes as you look on helplessly are no more real than you are. They do not soak the carpet. They only tumble past the spectral sleeves of your clothing where your arms hang limply by your side. Without your legs moving, you drift forward. Your body passes into the desk until you are standing looking down at the one who was your entire world, clutching the very thing that was tearing you apart. It all seems so insignificant now. With a hand reaching for her shoulder, you whisper, "I'm so sorry." And then she looks up, her raw eyes meeting yours, and for one fleeting moment, it feels like she is looking at you. Oh shit. But she is not. Behind you, the door opens, accompanied by a cry of surprise. "Lizzie, what are you doing up here? You should be downstairs." Ah, this is the sibling, right? Oh no. Hilda is still positioned by the armchair, watching the proceedings as an impatient detective, both paying attention and wishing that she didn't have to. Yes, that's my sister, you stammer, unprepared for the interruption. And what's her name? At the same moment as Hilda asks, Lizzie answers for you. Hearing the sound of your sister's name aloud gives you another painful sting in the stomach. You and she have had a challenging relationship, to say the least, but she is still your blood. The only surviving member of your family, and her name is. I'm gonna say. Anna. Oh, no, not Emma. Anna. Sorry, Anna, Lizzie croaks, hurriedly wiping the tears from her cheeks. I'll be right down. Rather than leave, your sister remains in the doorway looking over the room. There's something furtive about her glances, but she covers this by saying, It's hard to believe she's gone. You know, I almost expected to find her here when I walked in. Lizzie's eyes darkens as she stands, because you used to visit so often. You flinch. You know Lizzie never liked Anna. She never said it to your face, but it was always clear that she didn't approve of the way your sister treated you. It's not like it was unfounded either. Anna was lazy, never committed to anything, and preferring instead to find others to take care of her, which many times had been you before you met Lizzie. When Anna had stopped being number one in your life, the sibling relationship had become strained. You had barely seen her since your wedding. That must have been difficult, being estranged from your sister, Hilda comments, following your thoughts again. She doesn't sound sympathetic. Her tone is more inquisitive, and you respond, saying, let's see. Shush, I want to hear what they're saying. That's me. Hilda shrugs and with a wave of her hand gestures for you to continue listening. Look, Lizzie, I know we haven't exactly been close, Anna begins, employing the same tone of voice so often used on you when she was gearing up to give half an apology. I don't want to fight you, Lizzie replies, tucking the piece of paper into her bag and standing up. Her voice is calm, but you can tell she is on edge. Exactly, Anna jumps in, missing the warning. We both lost someone very important, but she wouldn't want you to be in here crying by yourself. She would want us to help each other. Don't. You can see your lover's fist clenching as her voice rises. Anna never has known how to talk to anyone, least of all Lizzie. You feel an urge to try and abate the impending catastrophe. Is everything okay in here? Anna seems like me. That's really weird. The voice comes from the doorway and someone you do not recognize. She is a young woman. Why are they all women? Of around your age, wearing a dress of dark gray. She has a polite face, perhaps a little uninteresting, and though she is not in bad shape, the dress could have been done with being a size larger. Okay. Hi, Robin. Yes, everything's fine. Oh, I don't get to choose her name? Lizzie replies, walking away from the desk. Anna was just checking up on me. Have you met? This is Maya's sister. Your sibling turns to this Robin with the same suspicious look you are sure you also wear. A pleasure, she responds sarcastically. And how did you know Maya? I'm actually a friend of Lizzie's, the young woman responds. Lizzie glares at Anna. Oh? We should probably all go back down, she suggests, placing a hand on the stranger's arm and guiding her from the room. Your sibling narrows her eyes and follows behind. As she reaches the door, she scans the office. For a moment, her eyes feel as though they connect with yours, but then she turns and is gone, leaving you with one very specific thought. Who is that? Why was Lizzie? Yeah, I don't want to know that. I don't like that everyone seems to be sleeping. Yeah, who was that? Why was Lizzie touching her arm? Jealous? The Reaper goads. You close your eyes in frustration. It's easy to forget that even your thoughts are no longer your own. Oh well, at least something good came out of all that. You turn back to face your spirit guide. She has risen from her chair, her thunderous spear in hand and her red hair billowing out behind her as if she rode a charging steed. With a voice like a war cry, she announces, I now know what the problem is. I know why you can't take my hand. And I know how we're going to fix that. Okay, so that goes into chapter 3, which I'm going to have to pay for. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know, and I might just buy the whole thing and do a video series, because this is really interesting. I mean, it has nothing to actually do with my life. I kind of thought that it was going to be kind of like eerie and like my life and just creep me out and stuff like that. But yeah, it just ended up being like it's telling me a story about someone else, pretty much. Because this isn't me. This is obviously not my life. You know, my sister's name isn't Anna, and you know, I have way more than one sister and one brother. So, but anyway, yeah, this is really interesting. I like it a lot and I'm enjoying it. It's only $3.99, so I might just splurge if you guys like it. So let me know before I splurge on that $4. No. But I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. I love you so much. Bye.